Let me ask you, is this an easy thing to do? Is self-assessment an easy thing to do? Okay, a lot of no. Why is it challenging? We're not self-aware, okay? All right. It's hard to look at your own flaws, right? Okay? All right. Is anybody brave enough to tell us one thing you want to work on, either yourself or your teams? Anybody brave enough? Okay, yes, sir. Hunger. Okay, hunger? Oh, ponder, okay. Okay. Right, right. Okay, so ponder, thinking about it and really understanding where you're going. Okay, excellent. Anybody else? One more. Okay, back there. Yes, sir. Oh, nope. Oh, okay. Anybody else would like to share? Yes. Okay. I have gone to Microsoft Word, and when I'm frustrated, I type it in Microsoft Word and then put it there and then come back the next day, and I'm like, yikes. So consider this. Again, this is not rocket science, a simple tool. And again, evaluate yourself, look at your strengths and your developmental areas, ponder, think about it, and then strategy. Create a strategic plan of action. Okay, so just a couple things here in closing. Emotional intelligence has some real practical uses. Here's a whole area of practical uses. But to me, it's really about creating a culture where you're looking at your emotions and how you're working. Working with setting goals, resolving conflict. Again, I cannot say more about listening and giving feedback. It's so critical to listen and then constructive feedback. Understanding your customers, what they want, connecting with them, collaborating with staff. And then hopefully this all leads to increased marketing and sales. That's the ultimate goal here. But a couple things to ponder and think about in emotional intelligence. So I stumbled upon a great video of Marshall Goldsmith, great management consultant. He's talking about coaching, and this to me applied to emotional intelligence. So people have to care and want to work on their emotional intelligence and improve it. If they don't care or don't want to work on it, it may not be impactful. People must be in organizational systems that are set up for success. If it's set up for failure, emotional intelligence may not be impactful. Emotional intelligence is about behavior change. It's not about competency or technology. It's not about being a better doctor, a better baker, a better lawyer, a better commercial broker. It's about behavior change. All right? It's about emotional intelligence cannot necessarily fix ethics. If something has gone wrong in integrity and ethics, emotional intelligence is not necessarily going to help this. And then it can't fix a strategy. Emotional intelligence really can't fix a strategy that's gone wrong or is going wrong. All right? Now, you might sit there and say, well, what if my fans are not raving? What if they're not raving? First of all, not all of your fans are going to rave. It's about looking at where you're putting your energies. It's about changing your strategy, going back and looking at your goals. Remember, we're human, and we can off-ramp sometimes, lose it, but then come back on ramp. Some of your fans may not cheer for you. It's about moving on, having patience one step at a time. A real closing example, I had lunch with a friend last week, and she's so frustrated at her son-in-law. He doesn't come to family events. When he comes over to the house, he's very negative. So I said to him, is he a good husband to your daughter? She said, yes. Is he a good father to your son or your grandson? She said, yes. Does he provide for them? Is he an overall good guy? She said, yes. I said, well, maybe shift your energies, shift your emotions, not to worry about the family events, but about focusing on that he's a good guy and he takes care of your daughter and son. So sometimes you might have to shift your energy. Okay, so what did we learn today? Emotional intelligence grows with time, with maturity. Emotional intelligence can lead toward better relationships with your customers, with your staff, and even at home, family, friends, loved ones. 3 steps to building a fan base, and again, I will make sure that you get those. Strive to understand, what's going on here. How can you plan for the future, create an action plan, communicate and support. and then we talked about some strategies to win. So I hope that gave you a little bit better insight on excellence and achieving your goals. And I want to thank you very much for inviting me in and the Wharton faculty, and it's been a real pleasure. All right, thank you so much. All right. Slides available. Yes, I'll make them available to you, either through Cassie, Turley, or through my website, or both.
Okay, great.
Okay, yes, question.
Thank you for coming and presenting to us this year. Is there an exercise that you would recommend, as people go back from this conference or are going to go back to the office? Is there some simple exercise that you could offer for them to be able to go back to the office and their teams?
I mean, I think some simple exercises are, maybe just taking these 4 domains or characteristics and just, write out about your own awareness. What might be some strengths and some deficits? How do you regulate? Listing some things. I mean, certainly there are the inventories. They are very inexpensive. One of the things they could take a simple inventory. But I think the thing is just taking those 4 basic domains and listing some pros and cons about yourself, looking at yourself first and then connecting with those around you on your team. Part of this is having the courage to open up to your team. It does take a risk. Okay, any other questions? Great, well, we have 2 other great seminars, critical thinking and storytelling. All right, thanks again, folks, very much.